Doing good.
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 Super excited.
They just heard us go, yeah.
You're doing your miming skit again.
I'm doing my miming skit. That's it. It's just it. No, I was muted. Thank you, Astralis. Thank you. We clearly know that after all, look, pretty much if a channel has a silence wizard to let the guy who's in charge know that his shit is still muted, we can kind of guess that this is gonna happen. God freaking. Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome. This is my face. This is hello. These people are way more talented, and yeah. Anyway, welcome. We're going to be embarking on a Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure. For those of you who don't know what a TTRPG happens to be, because you live under a rock, a tabletop role-playing game is a collaborative storytelling experience in which my players take on the role of several protagonists in a narrative adventure that is run by myself, the Game Master, who takes on the roles of the objectives, the obstacles, the encounters that they face, and narrate to them the story as it unfolds. We do have a couple of sponsors to talk about today. First of all, we have Hero Forge for the wonderful artwork you can see on the screen here. All of these arts and all of these models are made through Hero Forge, and for their subscription program, hey, you can make your own VTT tokens just like I do. But if you want to, you can also get them 3D printed. And sent to you at home for your own home games. They are absolutely stunning and amazing. Highly, highly recommend if you haven't had a chance to try them out. Also take a look at their 2D standees because those are absolutely spectacular. 100%. Next, of course, we have adding a beautiful ambience to our adventures is none other than Sirenscape. For the wonderful sounds you will hear, such as the sounds of pensive music in the Castle Siege sound set. What does pensive music sound like? What ho, Marjorie? It seems as though we have enemies coming from the west. Yes, my lord. But we also have enemies coming from the east. Damn. Well, it seems as though we will need to rally the forces. But my lord, there are no forces. Damn it, Stevenson! Why do you mean there aren't any forces? That's because we're fishermen. I don't want to hear excuses. I just want results. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That is pensive music. I will give it to them. They nailed it. No. I feel very pensive.
Pensive fisherman.
Pensive fisherman. Don't clip that. Fuck off. That is awful. Anyway, so yes, Sirenscape.
I love this tale of.
Sirenscape allows us to delve into this world and help immerse ourselves in all the cool and amazingly fun things that the sound set has to offer. It is a massive, robust library that can be used for so many different things. So yeah, go check it out today. Go sign up and unlock all of the cool and wonderful things that they have available too. And lastly, but not leastly, yes, okay, fine, there you go. You can have the Wilhelm scream. Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Hold on, where is it? There we go. There he is. Good old Sergeant Wilhelm. All right, and last but not least, we have, of course, Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice, because it does all the heavy lifting, so Dag looks like he knows the rules of Pathfinder 2nd Edition when he mostly makes shit up. But then again, I feel like that's 90% of the job, so there you go. But yes, Fantasy Grounds does allow me to have access to all of the cool stuff, including the modules and things like that, at the touch of a button. So yeah, if you are a GM online, hey, give this a go. It is seriously one of the most useful tools for bringing my game to life and helping my players dive into this world seamlessly. And yeah, it does, like I said, a lot of the heavy lifting, so we don't have to. Now, as we continue, let's, of course, take a moment to meet our delightful characters that are going to be embarking on today's session. I'm going to turn the mic over now to our lovely players, starting with our top left character. We have none other than Lushara, who is being played by our wonderful OG Lava Kitten. OG, tell us about your character.
Lushara is a young elf who is
out on a specific adventure instead of being home, learning more about the tailoring and dressmaking business.
Indeed, indeed. A very, very radiant disappointment to their family. Next up, we have, of course, the incredible Birolta, played by our dear friend, Scully, who is not up at some bullshit hour.
I know. You can barely see me because of the sun for once.
I know, I didn't even realize you actually had shading. Like, that's just amazing.
Yep. Yep. So Belrotar is a very, very gruff former soldier who doesn't
Hey,
like
don't
taking
ask
much
me like a question. I mean,
shit.
I don't know. This is your character, man.
Yep. He
Little
doesn't
bit.
like taking much shit from the people, so stares them down a lot.
Yeah, fair enough. Some might say he's a very short-tempered dwarf, but, you know, I wouldn't. I mean, not in front of him anyway. So then, then, of course, turning our sights over to the troublemaker of our group, we have none other than the one and only Immersion Diversion, a.k.a. Neil, playing the role of Arseni.
Hello. Arseni is a, well, now announced to the group, a skeleton sorcerer who used to be a human. Funny that. They want to be a bard. Well, I mean, they're a sorcerer who wants to learn how to be a bard too. So they're a musician. Yeah.
And for some reason or
Anyway.
another, they don't play the trombone.
Yeah, I play violin.
Fair. All right. Next up, of course, playing the sultry catfolk Cozzy is our incredible Charles. G'day, Charles.
How's it going, mate?
Going freaking great. Tell us about your character.
Oh, Kazi is a bit of a mischievous catfolk person. Loves to play the role of dapper cat about town, tries to win the hearts and minds of everyone, and at last resort tries to steal everything from everyone he comes across. So
Fair. I mean, that makes perfect sense. As a curious question, how many of your 9 lives are still remaining?
at this stage, I believe all 9.
All
I've
9?
been
Ooh.
fortunate.
Okay,
It's
well, I
actually
got some
15.
work.
He stole like 6 of them from other cats in the area.
Okay,
Yeah.
'cause I was gonna say if he's got
I
9,
just
I've got my
don't
work.
rob
I got my
their
work cut
lives.
out for me. I gotta step up my game. I mean, my God. All right. Next
Oh
up.
boy. It's session 2, Dag. Calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down. You know, like that's exactly what you do. You know, when someone's like really losing their stuff, you look him in
Calm
the
down,
eye,
it's
stare him
fine. Don't
square,
be
and say,
angry.
"Hey,
Chill. Yeah.
calm down."
Yeah.
Chill
Oh,
out,
yeah,
buddy.
that
always calms
Always
down
works.
someone
Yeah.
It
who's
makes
upset.
it
Always.
diffuses every situation 100% of the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
Next time
recommend
you
it.
see someone yelling violently at like a grocery store or in the middle of traffic,
Mhm.
try it out. You know, just
Mhm.
calmly walk up to them, and you need to do the hand thing as well. Like pretend like they're the raptors in Jurassic Park, and just like put your hands out and go with. Just calm down, okay? The closer to their
Not like
face you
that,
are, the
Neil.
better. Anyway,
Yeah. Mhm.
please don't do this and sue me because you will die. All right, Viv, our amazing and wonderfully colored character, vibrant and auspicious, we have played by our dear friend, McBluff.
Hi.
Hi. You gotta tell us about your
I'm
character.
gonna keep. Yeah, but I'm still waving, so you gotta tell me when to go to the next part. Need the cue.
Now is the part where you
All
describe your
right,
character.
so Viv is a very eccentric little rascal of sorts who loves to kind of try to experience and understand the world around them through mostly games or just sort of like a very childish attitude about everything. And at the moment is trying to help the party as best they can, but is also in search of somebody very, very dear to them.
Mystery unfolds and the plot thickens like gravy. Very well. Next up, last but certainly not least, playing the role of Elink, the I forgot what you were. I know you're an elven dwarf, but I forgot what class you were. You were a wait, don't tell me. You're a druid because that's what your character sheet says.
Yes, I am a druid. Howdy doody, everyone. I am playing Elink, and Elink is half elf, half dwarf, and is seeking to find sort of a natural path to working in society, and thus wants to join the Pathfinder Society.
And well and truly on your way to joining them, you are. Thank you very much, Nick. Now, guys, before we kick off, we have one last person to thank, and that is, of course, you guys in chat. Guys, thank you for stopping by, for hanging out, and for being a part of the show. Pardon me. I'm just enjoying a cold beverage because, as it was mentioned before, it is scorching hot here. But yes, as I was saying, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your time and for your support. It means so much and goes so far for the channel. Now, we invite you as part of the audience to come behind the GM screen in order to join us and play along with us. There are a number of ways you can influence the game as we are playing. Firstly, just by watching, you earn channel points, which can be used at any point in time in order to influence the game using the big old dag dollary dues that are listed down there. We have ranges of abilities ranging from inspiration to your favorite character, to random plots that have been generated via harrow readings, to insight bonuses should my players get stuck. This and so many more are all out there and about for you guys to check out. Then, of course, if you feel like it and feel like helping Dag get to Gen Con, then consider donating to the channel as we are playing. For $5, you can award a red mark to one of our players or a purple mark to me. These are hero points and jinx points. Hero points can be used for players to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, make things a little bit more complicated, or have bad guys roll with advantage. For $10, I will draw from one of 2 deadly decks of doom. No, they're actually quite good decks. One of them is a heroic action deck, which you can assign to one of a player of your choice, and they will get a super-powered action, such as Cold Foe. Before they make an attack, they can designate a foe and gain a bonus to their attack of a +2 against that particular target, and must fight that person till the bitter end. There you go. Or if heroic actions aren't your thing, $10 could instead afford you a plot twist, where I will draw a random series of cards, and they will contain plot twists, like the plot twist from the shadows. And we will then instigate that plot twist in the middle of the game, as best we can. There you go. For $20, you can give someone the coveted golden natural 20, which is used as a natural 20, because why roll one when you can just have one? For $50, you can increase the difficulty of a challenge, making a minion into a boss into a super boss, and a super boss into an, oh god, it got Neil. Oh, why did Neil say those things? Oh, if only Neil didn't put his foot in his mouth, he'd probably be alive now. What a horrible web we weave. Yeah, stuff like that. Alternatively, if you do not feel like being particularly sadistic, you can use the $50 in order to give a magic item to a player of our choice. Now, before we kick off, I do want to give a very special and amazing thank you to none other than McClover, who has, through massive generosity during my time of need while I have been deadly sick, bought and purchased for each person here on this table a magic item of your choosing. The details, of course, have been given to my players in order to discover what they would like. And if you would like to reveal that item at any given point and let McClover know which item it was, that would be greatly appreciated from each and every one of you. And lastly, our secret menu item. Now, the secret menu item here is a $100 massive item. This is a huge donation. This is a massive donation. And these are the ones that kind of help keep the wheels spinning here. So, I'm going to give you guys a secret menu item that I have not used in any other game. I have, in fact, not used it anywhere in any of my shows, though it is an integral part and has been an integral part of the Dead Aussie Gamer channel for many years now, actually. But I will afford your group a companion of sorts. You will gain Phantom as a companion, who is, of course, as some of you know, my Dracolich that we use for the channel that floats around and eats the people I ban from my channel, such as this. There he is, down the bottom. Yum, 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 yum. So, Phantom will accompany your group as a mascot, as a companion, as a little sweet little guy. But of course, he, like Arsini, is also undead. So there's also that to contend with as well. So there you go. That is our secret menu item for today. Very well. I believe that brings us now swiftly back to our adventure for the day. So, without any further ado, we find ourselves amongst the River Kingdoms, a place nestled to the northeast of the continent of Avestan in the world of Galarian. It is here a group of individuals found themselves originally scattered, strangers, but confronted by the same strange anomaly, each of which summoned through a mysterious portal which opened and revealed to them their deepest and darkest desires. Upon entering, they had lost 8 months of time with no recollection of what had occurred beyond the veil, emerging instead with what was now known as missing moments. But 'twas not just them, but a score of people who had endured this strangeness. A professor from the Lepidstadt University gathered our heroes together. A man by the name... Pardon me, while I quickly get his pictoire. A man by the name of Dr. Rittleson, who appears thusly. There he is. He informed you that not only did the people who emerged from the portals returned with missing memories, but also strange and unique powers, mutations, deviations from their normal way of being. In Dr. Richardson's case, these varicose veins that glow upon his face and his eyes that illuminate with a violet hue. You all also have these similar deviations, though many of yours have yet to be revealed to our lovely audience. Now, you begin your journey to Sevenarches, a capital city of a region by the same name. It is here that Dr. Richardson wants you to investigate, with the aid of one of his compatriots, 7 archways that were made by elves, similar to the portals that you had entered. It is hopeful that you would be able to find information about what had occurred and what happened to each and every one of you. You see, the 7 arches used to inhabit a curse. Elves who traveled to Sevenarches would find themselves swiftly killed by a plague known as the obnubilate curse. However, around the same time that the portals emerged, the curse was lifted, and it is through this connection that both the Doctor and his friend, an elven woman by the name of Fianara, believe that this strangeness has something in common with your current predicament and the missing moments. So, you journeyed and met with Fianara Calestri, who, through some very wibbly-wobbly diplomacy, managed to sequester you passage into the city of Sevenarches. You then spoke with members of the guard in order to try and locate where the arches were and gather some basic information about what was going on and around the place. You also attempted to try and secure passage for Fianara to join. She, however, gave you a device to investigate the arches. And so that's what you've done. Heading to the 7 arches with device in hand, but realizing the place is off limits to the public, you began an intricate plan to try and lure away a couple of guards who had found themselves nearby, just relaxing and unwinding. After distractions, such as the playing of music, the random tourist who showed up and demanded questions of more or less everything, a large chime was rung out from Kazi, who had snuck in next to the arches and had done reading the instruments which has now alerted the two Oaken Wardens to the skullduggery and subterfuge that they have currently undergone. Realizing now that there is mischief afoot, they have drawn their weapons. They have prepared for battle, and we launch into initiative.
No.
All right. So, as we begin. Oh, we are definitely not that. We're not in that dire of a strait. I was looking at it and it was like epic battle music. I'm like, more like, is there like gentle battle music? You know, like just a
Well,
little.
it may be epic from our perspective.
Do we have battle jazz?
It's true, battle jazz.
Battle
I don't think I've
jazz.
got battle jazz. I mean, I do have jazz
That
on this.
sounds
Oh.
fun.
I definitely do have jazz. All right, this is
Yeah, you did run City Myth. Yeah.
all right. So,
don't
we are going
look
to
at
roll
it.
initiative. Now, we are, for those of you who don't know as well, a lot of my players have not played Pathfinder 2nd Edition, so we will be going at a place in which we are going to be teaching as well as enjoying. So, first and foremost, this is our first battle. What do we do for battle? Well, instead of initiative, Pathfinder 2nd Edition has a series of checks that one would normally make in lieu of a initiative check, depending on what they are doing at any given time. What this means is, because we have Bill Rotar and Lushara, who are nearby but aren't really trying to hide their presence or move from the vicinity, the two of you will use your perception check as your initiative. However, with Viv, Arseni, and Elenk, you are all attempting somewhat to stealth away, having posed as a troupe of entertainers who are pretending like Arseni losing his flesh was somehow part of a show. You guys
Didn't
are
I
going to be
also
making...
yell out to Kazi?
No, you can't, because I'm rolling initiative. Shut your mouth. So,
No.
what you're going to be doing...
Okay.
What you're going to be doing is you're going to be rolling stealth checks for your initiative. And Kazi, because you have been hiding in the bushes amongst the Seven Arches, you are going to be using a stealth check. All right? Now, if you guys all look in Fantasy Grounds on your main character sheet, that is the front page of your character sheet, on the right-hand side, kind of like, sort of in the middle, you can see your initiative checks there. I invite you all to roll your checks now so that we can build our initiative. All right, we got some good numbers, we got some bad numbers. All right.
Why did that have to be my nat 20?
I mean, I could get you to re-roll it if you want.
If you would like, if that's what your heart truly desires.
Oh, you do not want what my heart truly desires.
Kill Neil as quick as possible.
It's not all about you, Neil.
What?
But
That's not-
but it is it's absolutely a minotaur. Okay. My battle music hasn't gone forward, so I'm gonna try a different one here. Nice. There we go. All right. So, first up on our list, we have Elenk, then we have Kazi, then Lushara, then the two Oaken Shield guards, then Viv, then Bilrutar, and last but not least, Arseni. All right. Elenk, you're up first.
We're trying to sneak away, so perhaps I'm going to try and use Charm on one of the guards and get them to look in the other way.
All right, very well. Now, in a game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, every round consists of 3 actions. Most things take 1 action, however, spells vary depending on the spell that you are trying to cast. You are attempting to use the Charm spell, which will cost you 2 actions, I believe. If we look under your actions tab where your spells are.
Yep. That's correct.
All right, fantastic. All right, now, if you open up where it says the spell, there should be a little magnifying glass to the right-hand side of it. That'll give you a drop-down menu with a saving throw that you can drop onto your target on the map. And in doing so, you will, get to cast it on them. Yes, Viv.
Okay.
Was my 14 from the reroll deck?
Oh, no, I didn't want you to reroll. Oh, sorry, you actually
No,
rerolled.
it's
Never mind,
it's
I
because
fixed it.
It's because you rolled it as the skill check, not your initiative.
Oh,
Oh.
right. Yeah. That'll
Oh, I
check
see.
out.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
okay.
you.
That's okay. We'll finish up Elink and then we'll recorrect the initiative.
Okay.
So I
Okay, so
Open up
drag
the
where it says will DC 17. Drag left click and drag that onto the map and onto whichever druid you would like to target with your charm spell.
Okie dokie. That first guy. Did that work?
All right. Yeah. Well, you've dropped the condition. You need to drop the saving throw on them.
Here we go.
Nice. Well, he got a natural 20 on his save against
not gonna
your ability. Yes, and unfortunately, that is not going to work. So
This
as
is
you
something that we
cast,
can use hero points for?
well, hero points can be used for yourself. However, this is a roll for the bad guy. So unfortunately,
Fair.
hero points can't be used for this. Now, as you've cast your charm spell, what does your magic look like?
A brief whiff of like green aura and something on the wind, like little seeds floating in the air, swishes over as I blow them out of my hand, and I whisper into them, "Don't look this way. There's more important things to do."
All right. As you
blow them off.
whisper, as you whisper this and blow the dust and the seeds and the magic, suddenly there is a strong wind, and your dust is blown and scattered. And you watch as, at the moment you've said, "Don't look this way," the guards immediately look your way and see that you've tried to cast a spell on them.
Action. I've got my third action, so I
Indeed.
would like to use that to back away.
All right, you can move up to your move speed in any direction. Now, we are, of course, going to be playing as if there is a wall almost right at the edge of the map. Almost as if, like, right here. This is the end of the street. So you're going to have to go that way. Yep, that's it. Beautiful. All right.
Great. All right. Thank you.
Okay. You begin to run, swift as the wind, as we go to Vivi.
Okay. Let's see. See. I can count. I'm gonna do a count real quick. 5, 15, 25. I can't count. One moment. 50. Okay, I think I can do. I'm really bad at counting on maps. Okay. So seeing that they're kind of getting the weapons out, and very much not wanting her friends to get hurt, they will just kind of look around, try to find like any like stone or like small piece of wood, and we'll use telekinetic projectile to basically just lift it up and throw it at the closest guard, which would be human druid 1.
All right, not a problem. You can see that in several of the carts, there are very small objects and things like that. You find a jar of, like, pickled ladies' fingers that you kind of float into the air and then yeet straight towards the oaken guard. All right, make your attack.
I think this is gonna be a crime!
Right.
Crime! Does not hit it, just like, the jar just smashes everywhere. They were looking over at wherever Elnick was first. Now they're just looking over at, apparently, a jar, pickles, and then over to where they came from.
Well, not quite. They do absolutely look directly at you. Mostly the bit where you yelled out at the top of your lungs, "This is a crime!" and then threw a projectile at them. So they look at, this is a crime. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's what's happening. All right. You have one more action, as your spell costs you 2 actions for that.
Can I potentially use the fact that I've just yelled, "This is a crime," to create a diversion so that they focus on me?
They're already focusing on you.
Very good. then I'm just gonna make sure they keep focusing on me. I'm just gonna be Prime.
You're like, haha, check this out, you stupid cops. You pull out like some ink and you start tagging the cart next to you. What are you gonna do, huh? This is mine.
Yeah, just like pulls out a bit of chalk, like randomly just has chalk in one of their pockets and just starts scribbling.
Yeah, and you start.
I'm writing very mean messages on the side of this cart.
And you start telling them about free speech and about how it's how they're not allowed to arrest you because it's against your rights. You know. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
I watch way too many of those videos. They make me laugh. All right. Next up, Kazi, our cat folk in the bushes. Now, you have made noise, but you haven't been visually spotted yet. Excuse me. Where's that going? Where's that little guy? Where's that little guy shoving off? Where are you going? Where you going, buddy? Let's focus here now. Where are you off to? I'm watching you. Okay.
Just a little David Attenborough, just like just the voice as we look over at Ellen.
Yes. Here we see the dwarven elf trying to sneak away while the attention of the guards is turned. All right. Kazi, what are you up to? 3 actions.
All right, so they haven't seen me, correct? They just know.
But you know 100% they have heard you. There is no way they did not hear that. The scan has been completed.
Interesting.
AI wand.
Is it possible to hold my actions?
Yeah, 100%. If you want to hold, we can hold. Just let me know when
I
you
want to hold
back.
until someone is basically attacked by these guys. I want to hide in the bush, like not be seen. I know they heard me, but
if they move around the bush, they will immediately see you.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if I may make a suggestion, what I would do is use your first action to move into the bush and hide as an action, and then with your second action, ready an action for when someone is attacked.
So without, I guess, I'll step into the bush and sort of go and hide.
Cool. Let's make a stealth check.
Stealth check. Let me go to skills. Oh my god.
Brilliant. I love it. That is a critical fail. As you go to hide in the bush, what you don't realize that it's actually a fake bush. And the fake bush literally just falls apart and you are now just in some chicken wire. However, you do have a hero point if you want to use it for a reroll.
Nope, I'll take it as it is.
All right.
Yeah.
You are clear as day. You have 2 more actions remaining.
All right, so I'll just shout out to one of the this guard on the left and say, "Excuse me, good sir. There's a giant rat over here. It's running free. I thought it was in the bush, but apparently the bush is not here. He has ran away. We have a giant rat infestation here. I think you should do something about this."
All right.
Not likely of a city to have rats running everywhere.
All right.
And I'm basically trying to make a complaint that's what I'm doing, chasing rats. I'm not doing anything.
You're going to make a bluff check here, and let's see if they buy what you're selling.
So what do I
hold on. Okay, hold on. So if you go into your character sheet under the skills, there will be a bluff skill, or a deception skill. Sorry.
Deception, gotcha.
That is a 14 against the DC of 20, mostly because A, they see you skulking in the bushes. B, they also heard the sound of the scanner thingy thing. And everyone is acting really suspicious, including the person who has thrown a jar of pickled lady's fingers. So, I'm going to say that this is one of those fortunate circumstances where you failed almost so badly, you are certain they're not buying it.
All right. Okay. Well, I say, this is going to be a crime, and I get my and I just sort of wait for a while, and that's I'm not even gonna move anything. I'm just gonna leave it there. Just say I'm waiting for one of them to.
All right, very well. All right, Lashara. Crime is abound, and you are a tourist, apparently. However, you are also the most suspicious person here, weirdly enough.
Yes, I'm not sure how I'm the most suspicious when everyone's yelling, "Hey, there's crime." Okay. Bishara is a little bit panicked. Everyone's yelling, "There's a crime happening," and she is going to cast command on druid number 1.
All right.
I don't
So,
know.
in a similar way, you open up your actions tab on your character sheet, go down to your spell, hit the magnifying glass, and drag the saving throw onto your target.
Okay. There you go. Ah, you bugger.
Well, he makes a saving
okay.
throw.
Oh dear. Lushara just kind of goes like this. Magnus, I think we're in trouble. We've committed a crime. And then she's going to, I think, yeah, she's gonna just move a little bit over here, and then she's going to cast Stoke the Heart on Bill.
Okay, so just to clarify, how many actions is it to use command?
2.
And to
And
use
Stoke the Heart is 1.
1. Beautiful. Love it. All right, what does Stoke the Heart do?
Okay, Stoke the Heart. My patron will fill a creature with fervor, empowering their blows, and the target will gain a +2 status bonus to damage rolls.
Nice. So in a similar way, if you use the magnifying glass next to that spell, just drag and drop it onto Bill.
What? Oh, this. Okay. Boom.
Easy done. All right, Bill, you feel yourself. Suddenly your heart starts to beat a little harder, and you feel your temperature rising. You feel this before, you feel pumped up. You feel energized. All right. Which then
And
brings...
then, yeah, Lushara will just be like this.
All right, just the wave. All right, the gods. The gods. All right. Well, the first god is going to use 2 actions and cast the spell Shillelagh, transforming his baton into this staff of oak that they're going to whop someone with. Their next action, they see... Let's see. I'm going to say that they're going to go for the person running. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So they're going to move right up onto Elink. However, that is all 3 of that guy's actions. The second of the Oaken Guard is going to use Tanglefoot. This time attacking onto Kazi, seeing him lurking in the bushes. As a glob... Oh, damn! Never mind. So he rolls a natural 20.
Uh-oh.
Dare you?
So, you immediately gain the immobilized condition and take a negative 10-foot circumstance to your speed for 1 round. You may attempt to break free, but good luck.
All right. What is that? An athletics check?
All right, there we go. Critical hit. Boom.
How would I break free?
Pardon?
How do I break free on my turn?
On your turn, yeah. On your turn, you'll need to make an escape check to try and break free.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But that was 2 actions for him to use that ability. With his final action, he is going to use his move action to apprehend Bilrotar. And he says, "Oh, you! Surrender! If you know what's good for you. Otherwise, I'm gonna give you a fongin." Oh, your miming doesn't scare me, mate. Because you can move your mouth, and just because I don't hear the words come out doesn't mean nothing.
Sorry, I forgot I was on mute. You said-
I was role-playing with it.
I know. I said I just give him a very cold stare. So,
All right, very well. That is the two guards. We then go to Bilrotar. You're up.
so following the cold stare, the longsword gets very slowly unsheathed from the back. Just stares him down. It's like, you really should have just ignored us. As a slash comes in.
Ooh, all right, make it.
Ooh.
Nice. Your greatsword swings around and bam, hits the side of their armor. For 11 points of damage. Oof. That was a decent cleaver.
Yep. And for the last one, I'll try to intimidate, saying, "Are you really sure this is a fight you want to pick?"
Ooh, all right. Let me just change some things here. All right, make a intimidation check. That is a success against their intimidation. This guy, he doesn't say anything, but he does look like he is backing off. He's mostly holding his wound and just kind of using his other arm to defensively keep in front of him. You're pretty confident
Yeah.
this worked.
But yeah, so draw, strike, and demoralize.
All
All
right,
three.
done and done. Arseni, what do you do?
Seeing Viv throw the jar at him and miss, I'm gonna follow suit because it seems like now that we're in this position, it seems like the right thing to do. And I'm gonna move out and just kind of get out a little bit and take my sling as I run, and I go, "Oh yeah, crime!" No, I'm pretty much saying it at the same time she does it after, or slightly after. And I'm going to sling at the one that Bill Rotar just hit, since that seemed to be the one that we were going for.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
That will miss. You do have a hero point.
No, I'm okay.
All right. So you've moved, you've drawn your weapon, and then you've launched your attack. That is all three of your actions.
Yep, and I just look at my sling and I'm like, he. Just like, hello.
All right.
And then, yeah, I'm done.
Very well. Top of the round, Viv, you're up next.
Right, seeing that we're kind of all getting scattered everywhere, Viv stops drawing on the side of the cart, sort of taps their foot a bit, and tries to think, okay, the game I'm gonna play, and I think their goal is going to be to make the guards as confused as possible. If they can be the one that makes the guards the most confused out of the party, they think they'll win. So, they're going to target Human Druid 2, the one that's currently toe-to-toe with Birotar and has Kazi in a bit of an entanglement, and is going to cast Daze.
All right. Describe your magic and cast Daze for me, please.
I think, let's see, what they do is that they kind of jump up out of it. They probably jump onto the edge of the cart and try to just like basically get their attention while they're actively trying to focus on several different things at once. So basically, it's in their movements. It just starts sort of like a dazzle appears as they're kind of spinning around, being a bit insane in their little square.
Okay.
And let me find. All right, that's going on to them. Ah, not quite.
All right. Unfortunate. Again, as you cast the spell, these druids seem to have the mental fortitude of guards worthy of the name Oakengard, as, like a tree, they are unbending to the wills of your magic.
Mm-hmm.
You have one last action.
I'm trying to figure out one thing about the spell.
Well, it failed. But
Oh, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is that it says you push into the target's mind, engage it with a mental jolt. The jolt deals 1d6 mental damage with a basic will save. So does that mean that if they fail to take the damage, or do they take the damage and then there's a potential additional thing with the will save to get stunned?
hold on one moment.
Sorry, I was just a bit confused by the wording.
Let's see. Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that one being very confusingly
Poison line
worded.
indulges mental damage. Defenses will. Nope. It looks like it will miss. So you push into the target mind. Daisy with a jolt just with a will save. If the target critically fails the save, it also is stunned. So
Yeah.
the way that I think it works is it will do no damage, and then on a critical fail, it's damage and stun.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
The basic will save isn't that half damage for just a plain success though?
Normally it would say will half or reflex half when it's indicated half. Otherwise, it normally is just X save.
Yeah, I thought it was because with it being a basic will save, there was a if it doesn't. I remember.
I think it's
It's
I
very
think it's all or
confusing.
nothing for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just an all or nothing.
I
Just
can
wanted to check
double
before
check too. I can double check too, but you know, like we can find out.
For now we'll just say that it wasn't that nothing happens. Not a big deal.
Oh no, you're right.
And-
No, Scully is right. A basic save does do half, so it is half damage.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
let me see.
Critical
Thank you,
is
Schoolie.
none. Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you, Schoolie.
So
where did I put
1d6
it?
and then halved.
Sounds good. All right. I can do this. That did not do what I thought it would do.
Did you drop the dice onto the character?
Let me try that again.
So it's not dropping a d6, it's dropping the damage from the spell.
Mhm.
Yep, there it is. And that is it should do one type of damage. Interesting.
I think it's just the spell isn't parsed correctly in fancy grounds.
Okay.
It just says 1d6 mental, so it should be just 1 point of mental damage.
Yeah,
As a roll
that's
of
fine.
two.
I will do the damage. It's fine. Okay, done.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Fine. Who did you drop that on? Oh, you didn't drop it on anyone.
don't-
That's why it didn't have it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, if you drop it on the actual token, it'll actually apply it to them and include the
Gotcha.
half if there's any. Okay. All right. Then we go from Viv to Elenk. There is one of the druids next to you with a big whopping thwop stick.
Yeah, that's not real kind of you, buddy. I'd like to try and like throw this dude over my shoulder. Try and trip him.
Ooh, I like that. All right. You have a lower center of gravity as you grab onto them and try to topple them to the ground. Make me a athletics check, please, as you attempt to throw him to the ground. Your target number for this, which I need to set here. Pardonnez-moi, where are you here? Is 14.
14. Okay.
All right, make your athletics check. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me teach you something real quick. So, if we look at your
Yes.
character sheet, which is here. Under there's a side tab called Activities, which if you click on that, will open up a list of general actions you can take.
Actions.
And if we go down to Athletics, there is the trip action. Can you see?
Yep, athletics.
Cool.
Trip.
Yep.
Great.
Grab the dice and drop it onto the dude.
Just
Hold down left click and drag it across and then drop it onto the token.
my everything is just like out of proportion. So I'm struggling to move things around in the right way.
Oh, okay. I can do that for you if you like.
Could you please?
All right, so we drag that across, drop it onto him. And unfortunately, your trip attempt is an 8, which is not enough to trip him over.
All right. Was that one action or two?
That is an action.
That is an action. All right. I'm then going to move away.
All right. These guys do not get attack of opportunity because 2nd edition does not have such things. So yeah, you can move away. Where would you like to move?
And we're going to... move ourselves just back a bit so that if I can... Let's go back there. Yeah, that'll do.
All right. You head kind of back the way you came from a little bit.
Well, he's cut me off.
Oh, hi again, Ellen.
All right.
back.
All right. That is Elink making a trip attempt and then moving. You have one more action.
Oh, okie dokie. Can I raise shield?
Do you have a shield?
Yeah.
Then yeah, by all means. If you look on your main character sheet, you can click on the raise shield button, and it'll automatically apply your shield as if it is raised.
There we go. All right, raised shield.
All right. To clarify, are you sure you have a shield?
Oh,
They
maybe
might
I
not
don't.
have it equipped.
Yeah, no, I don't think you do because you have a spear. I'm seeing your hide armor, but I'm not seeing a shield in your inventory.
Sorry about that.
That is okay. You raise your shield, realizing very quickly you left it at home. Your
Then I don't
mind
have a shield.
flashes
No,
back
gotta
to
get
the
a hold of
side of
that.
your bed where there's this wooden shield and a letter from your mom saying, "When you go out today, dear, don't forget your shield." And you're like, "Damn."
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm then going to command my my little like flower friend, my familiar, to take some actions. So command. That'll give them 2 actions, and they're going to prepare to aid me by like jumping onto the guard's face and blinding them.
Sure, not a problem there.
Next try for it.
I don't mind that. Very well. They will prepare to aid you to defend against the guard. Kazi, you find yourself in a sticky situation, my friend,
Yeah.
as you are covered from head to toe in a verdant green slime that is covered in brambles, vines, and ickiness.
So can I move or am I not able to?
You are immobilized. So you can, like, move, but you can't move from your spot.
Oh. Well, I will try to break free then.
Right, you want to break free, do you?
Yes.
Very well. You will need to perform an escape check, which will be an athletics check.
Alright.
That is a failure. Oh wait, no. Well, I think it still will be. Your escape DC is 16.
Mm.
All right, your first action as you try to break free. It's still so sticky.
I will try again.
All right, now because this is a second of an attack action, you will take a -5 penalty for this.
All right, this is.
If you look on your character sheet up the top, there should be an MA2. If you click on that before you roll your athletics, it'll adjust it automatically for you.
Oh, I got you. Right.
Hey!
Whoa.
Wait, no, that should be at a -5. I mean, that'll still succeed. But did you click on the MA2?
I did. Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
clicked. I
weird.
don't know what happened.
Yeah, strange. That's fine. Either way, you rip and you tear and you pull and you manage to free yourself of the sticky, slimy substance.
Yeah. Nice. All right, now that I'm free.
Now,
I'm
keep in
going
mind,
to-
for the rest of the round, you do have a -10 move speed, but after that, you have no more penalties for the Tanglefoot slime.
Let's see, I want to. I'm not really going to move very far. I just want to kind of move outside the ropes here. And as I'm doing so,
All right, well,
I
you
just
move.
basically want to tell the guy that, good sir, how rude. There's rats running around and you're trying to entangle me. What is your problem? I guess you just want to be slapped.
They look
today.
at you and say, "Don't play stupid, sir. We'll come and arrest you in a minute. Comply or be beaten."
I might like that. You don't know me.
Okay. Well, that is, by the way, the one that was chasing Elink, not the one who is being intimidated by Bill Rotar. Yes. Yes, there is an auto fail on your bluff check for that, but yeah, nonetheless. All right. Lashara.
Okay, Lishara. I think I'm too far away. Okay, yeah. Lishara's gonna run over here. And then she's going to pull her hand back and flick it forward toward Druid 1, her Divine Lance. So let me try damage. Oh no, not damage, attack. There we go. On to you. And I missed.
Unfortunate.
Oh, no.
You do have hero points if you want to use them.
Yes, I'll go ahead and use a hero point for that. Let's try again.
Love it. All right. Let's throw out one of the hero points. So go for a reroll.
Okay, try that again.
Oh.
Oh no.
All right. Unfortunate, but it was meant to be as your laser of light flies across the field, but unfortunately does not find purchase. So that is your move and your 2-action Divine Lance.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh gosh. Ish.
All right. Seeing that you can cast spells and seeing that Elink, for the most part, is simply running away, there's the undead, there's this dude.
I don't know back in my head, remember?
There's so many crimes going on.
Yeah, so many crimes. Okay.
Next.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The guy with the big shillelagh is going to come and bonk the person who just tried to Divine Lance him.
Oh no.
Reaction! I used Genie's Veil on Lashara.
Okay, read me the parameters of your reaction.
Yep. So it's a somatic reaction. A creature within range is attacked. 30 feet range.
Yep, so 30-foot range is out to here.
That's target is 1 willing creature. With a flourish, you fulfill a creature's wish for protection, bending reality to keep them from harm. The target vanishes in a burst of brightly colored smoke and sparkles, reappearing an instant later. They become concealed against the triggering attack and until the end of the current creature's turn.
Ooh, nice. Are you a willing creature, Lushara?
I am such a willing creature.
Very well. All right, you have now gained concealment. All right. As he steps forward.
Cosmic spook.
All right, let's see. He will land his first hit despite the sparkly glitteriness.
Oh, ow, ow.
How do I use the two-handed trait? He doesn't want me to. Okay, that's okay. 1d8 plus 2. So he does a total of 7 points of damage to you, Lashara.
Oof.
With that first bonk. However, this is non-lethal damage. So he is trying to take you, alive. So he just whop hits you with the head of his shillelagh. And then with his second action is going to do it again as he swings it around and brings from that vertical strike to a horizontal strike. But you manage to duck swiftly underneath it and avoid a second hit. This guy is pretty intimidated by Bill Rotar. He will
She's
say...
no longer concealed.
Yes, that is fine.
Yeah.
All right. He will use Wild Shape. Let's see. Cool. He's going to transform his hands into like claws almost made of like roots and tangling vines. And we'll use them to scale the little gallows pyre thing that's over here and attempt to retreat. He says, fall back, fall back. There's too many of them. And he's going to, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to jump onto the wall here and get ready to kind of climb up. Bill Rotar, you're up next.
So seeing that one flee and the shower being bonked, Bill will come up behind this guy, say, "You really shouldn't have done that." He's not going to use the greatsword. He's just going to punch him in the back of the head, try and knock him away.
All right, let's make your unarmed strike as you go to punch this dude square in the back of the head. All right, that's a hit. For 9 points of damage.
Yep.
Dang. How long does Stoke the Hearth go for?
1 minute. It's a sustained spell.
Nice. That'll do it. All right. That is a solid hit.
And I'll follow with the intimidation of, "You really should listen to your friend, mate, and just get out of here."
All right. Let's do the intimidation check. Ooh, with a 17, that will succeed. He is also demoralized. Though he's not as injured as his friend was. You can kind of tell he's still got maybe a little fight in him. But he's not the happy chappy. Arseni, you're up next.
Arseni's thinking to himself, do we want him to run away? So he is going to actually, let's see, what's my movement again? 30. So, 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and try to jump up onto the gallows up here. Or, not the gallows, sorry, how high is this thing up here? Again?
How high? About 5 foot.
Alright, I'm gonna try and jump up there.
Mm-hmm. Alright, super easy.
And I are doing it. Okay, so I'll get up there. And take my sling and try to throw it at him again.
Alright, make your attack.
There we go.
All right. That is a solid hit. And
And you know what? Oh wait. So it's one move, two. Okay.
Are
I'll do
you
my
throwing
third
rocks?
action.
Sorry, just to clarify, you're throwing rocks at the guard who's retreating?
No, I'm throwing their
Because
iron ball
it looked like
bearings.
you just threw a rock at the guard who was retreating.
They're iron ball bearings.
Okay, let me rephrase. You're throwing iron ball bearings at the guard who's retreating.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's gonna go alert his friends, and then more will come.
Okay,
And so I take another ball bearing, and I'm gonna throw another one.
sure, by all means.
Last thing. No, that's a miss.
All right, that is a miss
Dang it.
indeed. As it
All right.
swings and just sort of embeds into the wall.
God dang it. All right, that's my turn.
All right, back to the top of the round as we go to Viv.
I look at Elink and just, this is not quite the kind of crime I meant. I just see this poor guard running for his life, being pelted with ball bearings.
Yeah, just a giant greatsword wound in his side, and then as he's like being shot at with a sling. Lashara there, divine smite, lance of death.
I was just
Panic!
causing a civil little public disturbance. Now we're just, oh wow, oh golly, all right.
And
I'm
Kazi's
going-
like, when they're dead, I get their shoes. Freaking lunatics. 0 to 100.
I tried
You're a
command
jar.
first.
You did try command first.
You tried to enchant a person to mentally go with your will.
I was just gonna make them drop. Like just like drop down. I tried non-lethal. But
Alright.
this is my first battle.
It's my first day.
So are these 5 foot squares?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, 5, 10. Oh no. Oh, 10, 15, 20,
Mm-hmm.
25. Give me a moment. Making sure. Alright. Decidedly realizing, okay, maybe this is a bit too much crime. Maybe we went a bit far in the crime. Maybe we want to tone down the crime. Is going to stick with their plan of trying to be the most confusing presence, and is going to cast Figment, because it has no components listed, and it's just gonna kind of like just jumping a bit, you know, just stimming a little. She's like, oh wait, I got it, and then just kind of like, I think the rats were real, and then just uses Figment to make an illusion of a giant rat in the sea.
Okay.
I don't know how to indicate what square I'm pointing at.
That's okay. That's okay. Let's start with this. You're casting a illusionary spell?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's start with a will save. What's the will save DC?
The will save DC is. Let me. Sorry. Just trying to remember where it is. Where do I find my spell save DC again?
So if you look at your spell, there's a little magnifying glass next to the spell. It'll drop down, and it should have a saving throw right there.
It doesn't.
If it doesn't,
So
then
way
go
that-
into your character sheet under where it says combat. There should be spell class proficiencies.
Let's see. One second. Thank you. All right. I think it's 16.
16? All right. They get a 21 and a 26. One succeeds and one critically succeeds. They know it is an illusion.
Okay, sorry.
Mostly because they see you casting the spell.
Well,
They don't know
that's
what the
why I tried to do, because it doesn't have any components, so I wouldn't need to do hand motions or anything.
The components for psychics and the like is still a visual component. So even though they use emotion and something else, ego. ego and emotion as their main conduits, it's still like either some glowing or some sparkles or
Oh.
rainbow lights or something. There's always a visual component to it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's like just part of the generalized. You are casting a spell.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Generally speaking, if the will save succeeds, they don't notice stuff like that because, hey, a giant rat. But in this particular case, they kind of caught Kazi in his lie, and then you know, as you did that, then coincidentally another rat showed up. So they're very much on guard at this point. At least that's what I'm going to explain for their 21 and 26. They're very on guard for this.
Okay.
All right, so move 2 actions to cast your spell. Is that everything?
Yeah.
All right, Elink, you're up. You kind of are catching your breath as your tiny little leaf friend is on your shoulder.
And then the guard's like, nah.
Yeah, the guy's like, nah. Well, mostly because you hadn't actually attacked or done anything. And again, when people are shooting lasers, they kind of take priority.
Lightning
All
bolts,
right.
thank you.
Divine
I'm going to
lance.
try.
It looks like a lightning bolt. It's all about the effects.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Damaging light.
And can we try and like intimidate the guard to be like, you, look, darling, this isn't quite your day, but I'd suggest just leaving it at this point. No shame, no harm. Have a drink on us.
Oh, you're going to give him some gold?
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm quite happy with that. I'm gonna flip the guard.
Well, silver, sorry,
couple
because it's
silver
not a... Yep, couple silver pieces. All right, make
and be
a...
like, let's move on. Don't worry about it. Just move on.
Make a diplomacy check.
Alrighty.
Let's see how much this guard's integrity can be bought for.
Is that request? Is that sort of the best one to pick?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, let's do it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Is the guard next, I think? No. Kazi and Lushara, you guys are next, but the god at this point kind of will lower his little shillelagh thing. It does look like he is going to take up the offer of taking some gold and pissing off. But if you guys wish to do something into that effect, you are more than welcome to.
Lushara would hold her action. She would wait to see if he's gonna actually like take this silver and take off.
Kazi would do the same. He will wait till he accepts the money and starts to leave before doing anything.
All right. Cautious, very trepidatious about your offer, but he will take the 2 gold and he will leave. Because again, he and his friend were not supposed to be kind of in this area. They're kind of like snuck away for a quick smoko. So, you know, they're not overly, you know, keen on a losing battle like this. But very disgruntled, they will both leave with no further aggravation. All right. And with that, you've defeated your first foes. Which calls for celebration.
Yay!
It does cause celebration.
In the form of... Yay!
Yay!
As the guards are leaving, Viv does look a bit huffy, stamps his foot a bit, and walks up to Arseni. Just pulls out like a button from their bag. Says, "I think you were the most confusing out of all of us. You won."
What?
Like not
Oh,
not
thank
explaining that he'd set up his own little game for himself, and whoever was the most confusing would win.
I'm just
Yeah,
imagining
yeah,
Arseni's
fun.
not paying attention. They're just like, yeah. You'll never escape me. I am the dreaded
Kill the
Arseni.
boy.
Yeah. And starts shooting
Yeah,
slingshots.
it's like, Yeah, you were
Really?
throwing stuff at a guy who was trying to run away. Like who also his hands turned into vines. I think you were the most confusing out of all of us. You win.
Oh, thank you.
All right,
I'll
you
take
may
the
add Viv's button to your inventory.
Okay.
Are we about
Okay.
done here? Because I reckon they're probably going to be coming back sometime soon. Maybe with friends. Let's
Let's
Make
not
like the
risk it. Let's not risk it to get back to Fianara and hopefully get to leave the city.
All right.
Oh, Kazi, what did the results say? As we're walking, just like, what, are they real? Are they real?
You can't really tell. However, it is not long before you make your way through the city streets, making your way towards the front entrance.
I cover my face back up with my cape.
You are aware
was
you're
gonna
wearing
say
a
we
paper bag at the moment.
Oh, okay.
did-
I'll keep
did
the
actually
paper
get-
bag on them.
We did actually get Finora into town from the guards. She was actually with us.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, we can. That was our goal last.
She was
session.
standing at the ropes watching all of this going down.
Oh, was she?
She's
I thought,
just like,
I thought we put her away. Otherwise, yeah, she probably would have. No, she probably ran off and just said, "No, I've got a reputation in this town, and I got to live here, so you guys are, good." All right. Well, in any case, you guys will be at the Arch Plaza, and as she does so, she will emerge from her hiding spot, and as she does, she'll sort of look you all up and down, and say, "My goodness. Well, I suppose that's one way to get results. Let me have a look at the scanner, quickly." Quickly.
Kazi had it right.
Kazi
Hand
hands
it
it
to-
over. As Kazi hands it over, she begins to look at it and scan it. Her eyes begin to glow gold as she casts a detect magic over the instrument. Yes, as I told Doc Etty, I have some information, and I think this is it. This is exactly what we've been looking for.
What
explain
have you
that?
been looking for?
yeah.
She gleefully begins to run her hand over the bulb and points at the bright, brilliant purple colors that that the device is displaying. See, it's right here, just as I expected. Illusion magic. She points to a different unlit bulb. See, and here, not a single trace of conjuration. These arches are as fake as a Kelpie's smile.
Is illusion magic always purple?
Well, for this device, yeah.
Mine's every sort of color, so
That would explain why the area is roped off. They clearly don't want anyone to realize.
Well, not surprising.
The arches, the arches themselves are real, so the illusion is just the magic-y look?
No, but that's
like,
just
the-
it.
the- that-
The arches themselves aren't real arches. You see, the 7 arches are supposed to be elven gates, whose name I completely forgot. They are the elven gates that we think are called something specific.
Ends with an A.
Ayudara.
the
Ayudara, that's the
or
one. Thank
something?
you.
Yeah.
Oh, you are, yeah.
Yes. You see, these gates are elven in structure, yes, but they're not the Ayodara. They are false gates. And I knew it. And this is just proof of that.
So then where are the real ones?
Well, that's still to be discovered. And, well, as always, a deal is a deal. So now that you've given me the information I need, let me tell you what I know. The real 7 arches, I believe, are hidden somewhere in the south, in the Wildwoods, which is why the Oak Stewards restrict travel to that region. They also post guards through that area. Very suspicious, if you ask me. On the night of your missing moments, all 7 guards at the 7 arches stepped through the portals, just like you did. but only one of them returned, a self-righteous oak steward named Bolin. He, like yourself, also had the missing moment. When he got back, however, Bolin was different from what people have said, and not in a good way. After the High Council chewed him out for shirking his post, he stole an important Oakenshield artifact and hid out in the Wildwoods along with some other malcontents. Well, from there, he's been sending his cronies to the city and harassing citizens, undermining the Oaken Steward's authority, and recruiting other members of dissension. People who are, well, discontented with the druids and the way they're running things. As far as I can tell, his ultimate aim is to stage a coup here in the city. I don't know what happened to Bolin when he went through the arch, but whatever he knows, I figure you guys will want to know what it is as well.
Of course.
I was kind of on board with this guy until you said the words coup, and, well, honestly, coups are quite a lot of trouble.
Well, yes.
So he's somewhere in this city?
No, he is to the south, in the Wildwoods.
Okay.
What if we go find this Bolin and infiltrate his camp, pretend to be potential followers, and see if he can give up his information? Maybe we'll also be able to help out Dina, the Oak Warden that we've met before.
Well, sorry, I think perhaps I've missed something. You, I believe, are working for Doc Etty, and you want to find out about the missing moments. What I'm saying is that Bolin may have information you need. So you will need to talk to Bolin regardless. As for this coup, I mean, of course, I'm sure the city would very graciously accept any help, and, well, I don't mean to brag, but I do know a few members of the guard, including the captain. There's also a halfling druid by the name of Lemma Feldthorn, who I'm very close with as well. She is a mid-ranking member on the Druid Council. I can give you a letter of introduction. Maybe if you want to work with the guard, maybe she can offer you some help as well. And maybe even offer a reward for dealing with the Bolin situation.
Sounds like a good plan. Coups honestly worry me. Kinds of people who are into those things don't usually know how to actually run a place.
Yes, well, whatever reason Bolin has for turning on the druids, well, time will tell.
Well, let's go. We'll take that introduction to Limar. That sounds lovely.
She reaches through her belongings, rifling through some notes before pulling out a quill and some paper, and very intricately writing a letter of introduction, rolling it up and placing it into a scroll case, which she then seals with a little bit of magic and some wax.
Thank you very much. Do you know where we might find Lamar?
Yes. If you head to the south, the Oaken Stewards usually, if they are not in the city, have an outpost where they conduct their secret rites in the Elderwoods along the southern borders of Kionin. It is a necessary governance, and has a place where they do a lot of their ambassadorship, should we say. It is a place known as the Vine Hall.
Miss Fianara?
Yes.
Did you say that, is Bolin an elf? Or did you say something else? I forgot what you said.
Bolin is
Because you said he went through with other people. Was he the one who came out, or was that something else?
One moment.
No worries.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
see.
that was Bolin who did go through and was the only one to return out of the 7 oak druids.
Yes, Bolin is the only one who returned.
Okay.
But yeah.
As for what?
And was that?
As for what he looks like, Bolin is a. Yada yada yada. Bolin. Here we go. Counters. No. Bestiary. That's the one. Bolin Nagaso. Bolin Nagaso is a human.
And you said that he experienced the same thing that we did, like at the same time or sometime before us.
At the same time.
Okay. All right. Okay. All good. Just writing down little notes with crayon.
So, from what you're saying, you believe that the Wildwoods contains the actual arches, and they were these 7 that were guarding the arches there. They all stepped through the gate, and only Bolin returned, and he came back quite changed.
Yes. At least that's what
I see.
I've been led to believe. I myself never really interacted too much with Bolin, but the rumors persist the way they are.
I see. All right then.
In the event a potential coup, it's probably worth talking to someone. This Lamar seems like as good a person as any.
Yes. So why did the doctor want to know where the actual arches are? Or do you need to do more tests there?
Oh, no. The doctor found out that there was a lead. The lead was that these portals... again, remember, there was the plague of the elves that was here, which suddenly disappeared the night that the missing moments happened. And I knew about Bolin, and I said that if Doc Etty wanted to know more about it, to help me look into the arches so that I could so I could eventually come to the conclusion that Bolin's journey through the arches that I now can almost confirm is down in the southern reaches of the city, that's where he went. Because I don't know for sure if he went into the arches, because there are no archers over there, apparently. But you've helped me confirm that.
Sounds like we really need to speak with Bolin. Like, what is leading him to attempt a coup here? Very strange. Either way, I think we should leave the city as quickly as possible before the guards start spreading around our likenesses.
But before we do, Arseni?
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, I didn't do that, to your face.
I know.
Okay.
Yes, we should probably discuss that later.
You know what? If we wrap your face up with medical bandages, we can say you have a really bad skin condition. Then nobody's gonna want to look underneath the bandages. So maybe that could work. Yeah, just it's really contagious, so you have to keep them wrapped up all the time. Maybe that could work.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
But we should probably figure something else.
Have you been injured?
Oh,
just a bit. He'll be all right.
Oh, well, yeah. Allow me, if I may. She'll go over to. I think she sees, Lushara, the most injured for the moment.
I'm banged up.
And is going to give you some healing. Not a great deal, so that's only 6 healing currently. But that's still good.
That's pretty good. Yes.
Okay.
And then head
thank you.
over
That's much better.
and then head over to Arsini and try to offer some
I'm
healing.
gonna try to back up. Be like, no, I'm okay. I'm not hurt. I'm just
He just
my
has a
face is a little
condition.
messed up.
Yeah.
But I'm okay, I promise.
Pre-existing condition, shall we say?
Oh,
Very hideous.
oh,
You don't want to
well,
see it. It'll
They're
mess
Not
with you.
hideous.
Well, look, I'm a
thank you.
scholar and a researcher. There is nothing that there's no disease here that I would not have seen before. Come now, don't be silly. She's going to reach over and try to grab your arms.
That's a lot of diseases to see.
She pulls up your sleeve and immediately sees the
Alright, yep.
skeleton limb.
Uh,
Her eyes go wide and she goes, "Oh,
Very contagious.
Oh, you don't admit. Okay, well, let's not say that at
Oh.
this point.
Oh,
Arsene.
not,
Yeah,
oh,
not at
sorry.
this point. That's
No, I'm okay.
So
I'm all good.
her shock immediately changes to laughter as you say something absolutely ridiculous, like death is contagious.
It can be.
That like
Certain
says I like
situations.
it's like having no flesh and saying, yeah, I've got this mild rash. You know, like it's just one of the dumbest things you'd expect. And she starts laughing and she says, yeah, well yes, your condition is definitely very severe.
This
I-
is yeah.
She looks at the paper bag and sort of her eyes soften
I'll
and
just
she's
lift it up and put it
yeah,
back
she-
down for her to see.
yeah.
Yeah.
She says, you're not very subtle at this.
It's new to me. It's very new to me. I'm trying my best.
Did it happen when you went through the gate?
Yeah, actually, when I came out, I don't like everyone else. I don't remember what happened, but the obvious, I came out with no skin. So
She stabs your head with what looks to be an ice pick.
ah,
Huh. So you do feel pain.
yes.
Fascinating.
Why? Why did you do that?
Well, the
Because
question
Hold
you
is,
on.
felt pain.
Oh,
you
true.
went to the
True.
bathroom.
I mean,
oh dear.
actually, you know,
So you-
actually, because our city is actually a bit of a jokester, I'm going to use overselling flourish.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's I'll read it. So it's a creature damages you. Obviously, she didn't mean to actually damage it, but you make a grand spectacle out of getting hit, enhanced by magic. This spectacle features sprays of blood, anguishing screams, or other theatricals that appear to result from your foe's attack. The triggering creature must attempt a will save.
you
Sprays of blood from your skeleton body.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's impressive.
so you're going to
just-
terrify our ally.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's really not subtle. Oh, he's really bad at it. Oh no.
All right, she
I don't
is going
know,
to
just-
attempt a will save. Let's see how she goes. What's
I
the
can
DC?
roll it if you want. DC will 17.
17. She gets a 18.
18. So
Alright.
I think it'll still happen, but it won't affect her then. So
No, she sees straight
Like,
through the
"Oh,
illusion. As
duh."
she sort of taps you gently with it, your blood starts to pour out, and then she just laughs at you. She says, "Well, unfortunately for your very dramatic friend, when you're trying to hide your identity, being an incredibly loud and
Yeah.
distracting individual probably doesn't work best for trying to conceal and hide your identity.
Trust me, it's been very hard this whole time to keep as quiet as I have been.
Well, I'm sure it's very difficult for you. Maybe there's something I can do to help, at least in some part." She rummages through her bag and eventually pulls out what looks to be a small, it's kind of like a very, very small hat. And she says, here, I think this is it.
Might need a larger size.
As she places the what looks to be like kind of this wrapped hat over your person, she says, now I want you to imagine that you are a human, for example. Just hold the
And then-
visual of your human self in your mind.
And then yeah, I will imagine myself as what I looked like before I
Think of the
before I lost my
skin.
skin.
All right.
Think of the skin.
As you do
Basically, kind of
so,
what I looked like before
Sure.
when they saw me.
as you do so, your form begins to do absolutely nothing. You actually remain completely unchanged. As immediately, Fianara says, "A miracle! You look completely human. I couldn't tell you apart." She kind of looks at the others and sort of surreptitiously winks.
Oh,
Um,
yes. Quite human.
Oh,
Lots
the
of
most human.
skin.
I
Lots of
liked you
skin.
more when you didn't have. I liked you more as a skeleton. I looked cooler.
Look
All right, you may make a
at
perception
my
check.
hands. Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. 17.
17? That is a success. Yeah, she has a quick giggle, and you can kind of see under her breath. You stop and you look at your hands. You're not human. You're still a skeleton.
No! You lied, but I laugh. It's like, you got me back.
She's like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Here, take
It's
this.
okay.
She actually hands you an actual strange looking hat. This one looks to be kind of like a dirty scholar's hat. Not like the one that she just handed to you. And she has now provided you with a hat of disguise.
Ooh. Thank you.
All right, the hat of disguise will allow you to magically conceal your identity. Similarly, as you imagine yourself in your human form, you now look mostly human. There are some imperfections, things that will make you stand out as not human, for sure. You've got like kind of this uncanny valley kind of look, but upon general inspection, you'll appear fine.
I have human skin, but no lips. No, just kidding.
So Kazi sees this and he says, "Oh, that's a lovely bag you have there. What other sorts of things might you have in that bag?"
Oh no.
Well, I have gathered
Nice.
I've gathered many curios over time. Unfortunately, most of them are with my other research materials and labs. This was something I simply have on hand. It was very good for my passage in and out of the city when I was trying to conceal the fact that I was an elf. But seeing as you have gone to such lengths to ensure that I can come and go now, I don't feel that I need it quite so much anymore.
Oh. It's a lovely bag.
It would be a shame
Bashar
if
is just gonna
someone
look at Kazi for a
swindled
minute,
it.
like a lot
But
of.
it's a nice bag. I wouldn't want her to lose it. Someone might take it from her. Especially if she pulls magical things out there.
I swear, if we have another bad ham situation in our hands, I'm leaving the party.
She turns away. She pulls off a mask. Ha ha! Betrayal. No. Okay.
You!
So, with that, and unless you guys have any further questions, she will bid you a fond farewell.
Yeah, I'll just
Have
make
a
sure
good
that
one.
she has a little piece of paper that's saying she's good to go in and out.
Yep. She takes that from you and keeps hold of it very closely, and will part ways.
Toodle-oo-dah.
Bye, Fianara.
She waves you and disappears, leaving you again in the Seven Arches.
So
So
we're
you
supposed
reckon
to go to the
We
forest?
should get out of this city and then
Yeah.
maybe decide what we do next. I'm
Well,
really
it depends. You
concerned.
currently are in the Arch Plaza. You're wanting to head to Vine Hall in order to talk to.
Oh, it's here.
In
Okay.
order to
Oh,
talk to a
yeah.
friend. Yeah, the woods where the arches are, where they're guarding all the stuff, that is outside the
Okay.
city.
I misunderstood where the Vine Hall was.
Yeah,
Should we go
yeah,
to-
yeah. Most of the time, so what she meant is that
Ulan?
most of the time the druids are over by the border to Kionin. However, when they want to talk to people or do ambassador stuff, they're in Vine Hall to specifically talk to people.
Got it.
I know I was a little bit confusing at that point as well, so yeah.
Okay, well, yes, I don't see that it would hurt to speak with Lamar. Maybe she can provide us with additional information before we go investigate the wildwoods.
Yeah, going out there and just meeting some person who's willing to instigate an insurrection doesn't sound like my cup of tea. Bit of background information would be swell ads.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Toe to toe, our heroes begin to make their way towards the east. Heading past and over the cutting river that separates through the city, you eventually arrive at Vine Hall. It is otherwise also known as the Wicker House, a large structure which appears to be a very, very tall, almost cathedral-looking building covered in creeping vines, plants, and ivy that seem to drape over the various arches that make up this rather impressive structure. It's almost like a living building as opposed to one made of cut down and treated lumber and wood. As you approach, two guards await at the front. They look you up and down and they say, "Ho there! What brings you to the Vine Hall this fine day, my good sirs and madams?"
Oh, we actually have a letter here of introduction to Lamar.
Oh,
Could you
Lemma!
point us in that direction?
Of course. Let me just have a quick look at that letter there, if I may. Has a
Hand it over.
quick look at it. Yep, everything seems to be in order. Well, not a problem. Just make your way in through to the courtyard, and I'll be sure that she gets your message and sees you as quickly as she can.
Thank you kindly. You have a good day now.
As you make your way inside, it is almost more impressive, as in the center of this large building is a skylight that opens to a beautiful garden where several cairn stones, carefully placed in a circle, seem to be lush with life, whether it's plant life or small woodland creatures. There is a certain serenity that befalls you as you enter this peaceful inner grotto to the building that you're in. Before long, a horse trots up, carrying upon it this individual.
That might be our contact.
As she jumps down from the horse, feeding it a handful of mulberries, she looks over in your direction and says, "Hi there. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Lemma Feltorn, and I believe our mutual acquaintance, Fianara, has said that you wish to speak to me on matters that pertain to the Oaken Guard and a potential coup."
Are you aware of this coup? And sorry, my pardons. Introductions. G'day. I'm Elink, and these are my companions. Lisharu,
Hello.
Bill Roaster, Kozi, Viv, and Arseni.
Hello.
1, 2, 3. Like I count everyone on my hands. Yeah, that's everyone.
Pleasure.
Viv is off being a Viv is off being a bit distracted. They have this just kind of like little doll that they keep with them, like really close. And as there's just a bunch of little tiny like wildlife wilderness creatures just roaming around, we'll just like hold out this little, just like almost introducing her little like toy doll to all of these little squirrels who have no interest in them, but just keeps doing like. And then there's the squirrel.
Oh no, they're super interested. They'll gather around and they'll just sort of look at the doll, and they sort of almost talk to each other. Then they run off and get some more squirrels and bring them. It's like, hey, check this out.
Yeah, just starts doing like a marionette show with this little toy. Just.
I imagine Magnus is quite interested in all the squirrels running around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Magnus is kind of like stretched out and lounging on a marble chair that is like in the middle of the sun, as they've just kind of like stretched out. Some of the squirrels have sort of run underneath the feet of the sofa, and they've just like stuck their paw out the other side, trying to get at them, but very lazily try to get at them.
Yeah.
Lemma says, well, this is my my companion Mulberry, and you know, we welcome you here to the Oaken Stewards. Now, to answer your question, I'd not be telling you this if you didn't come with such a good recommendation, but we have been aware of Bolin and his actions for some time now. Unfortunately, we are spread quite thin, and it is hard enough for us to be maintaining order here in the city. Recently, a group of travelers assaulted 2 of my guards out by the Sevenarches, and it's just making matters worse. If I had the capability, we would be sure to have sent out some of the stewards to go and try and deal with Bolin, maybe put a stop to things, but as it stands, unless he does something in the city, we can't do very much about it.
Yes, Fianara mentioned that Bolin seemed changed after the lost moments.
Well, yes. To
Yeah.
be quite frank, Bolin was a steadfast steward as much as any. When the gate key was used, and they, he and his team disappeared into the arches, we had no idea what happened to the others. But when Bolin came back, he was disoriented, confused, and spoke, coldly to those who he'd trained with, grown up with, isolated himself until eventually he pulled away from the city altogether. Started sowing dissension, telling us that the druids can no longer care for the city or even these lands as they once had. Bad enough the poor fellow saw something in those portals that changed him. Worse still that he's spreading his madness.
Did you give any
Interesting.
reason why?
Unfortunately, I don't know.
Well, we best have a chat to him then. We're somewhat invested in this whole Archers thing, anyway. Can you tell us any more about Bolin? Do you have any family? Anything you've really cared about?
Well, as I said, he abandoned most when he went on this path, but it seems that Lemma seems to be holding something back.
Look, without the more you tell us, the better job that we can do. You know, if you can't spare the Oak Wardens right now, we're probably going to go out and have a chat to this Bolin. If it looks like he's up to trouble, you tell us the right information, and maybe we'll be in a position to cease this Bolin.
Make a diplomacy check.
Okie dokie.
Asking just in general, Kazi, did you have anything you wanted to add to help with the diplomacy check?
Is this like a gathered information or?
Oh, you should be able to just use the skills in order to roll diplomacy.
I think I'm trained in diplomacy, so maybe I can help.
Yeah, my diplomacy is great.
Yeah, by all means. Anyone who wishes to help may do so.
Yes.
Even if we're not trained in it?
I prefer the people who trained offer to help.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trained in it.
I'm not
All right,
trained
I'll
by
allow
I am
Kazi
trained in
Kazi,
diplomacy.
only because Kazi, you have a background that pertains to things like this. That's why I'm asking.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh no.
She seems a bit reluctant, but she'll admit Look, I'm sure you're all aware of the obnubilate curse that has gripped over the city as of late. Its disappearance has created, well, somewhat of an ethical conundrum. Allowing elves into the city could be disastrous should the curse return suddenly and without warning. It's also a matter of national defense. Without the curse, some fear the strange relationships between the Sevenarches and Kionin may actually turn into a full-blown conflict. Factoring the increase of Gorga attacks and the Oaken Stewarts dealing with that, we don't have time for Bolin. And if you want to see to whatever your business is with him, well, there is one thing I can give you as far as information goes. We've heard rumors that Bolin is attempting to conduct some kind of ritual using the Shade Wither key. It is a key that we believe has connections to the Sevenarches. Whatever he's up to, if you can retrieve that key and bring that back to us, we know that at the very least we'd stop his plans in their tracks.
Where does this key come from?
That's a tale older than I am, I'm afraid.
What does the key do?
Again, another question I wish I had answers for.
Sounds
All
like the
I-
best answer is just
Well-
to find out for ourselves.
Well, all I know is that when Bolin left, that was the only thing he took. If you can promise that
Must
you'll
be
bring it
important.
back, if you can promise that you can retrieve it and bring it back, then I can perhaps see myself to letting you in on the secret location of the Ayodara and the real Sevenarches.
Deal.
Also sounds like you might want to speak to Bolin yourself. Assuming we can bring him back to you alive.
If you can, that'd be most appreciated. At the end of the day, Bolin is one of ours.
Miss Veldor?
Alright, so,
Yep.
to reiterate, I knew Bolin. He worked with us, and we were close. I mean, not that close, but, close enough.
You're friends.
Aye. And I'd much rather see him brought in alive and well so that we can get to the bottom of what may or may not be afflicting him. But he is still an Oak Steward, and a dangerous one at that. And we will understand if you need to take measures to ensure that he doesn't bring harm to others.
Well, we'll do our best to see if he can talk to you. We'll do our best.
That's all I can ask. She begins to jot down onto a map a place within the Wild Woods, within the Sevenarches. There, she is going to mark down a secret grove. Thanking you again. She will also say that there will be a reward if you return with the key, and a further additional reward if you return with Bolin. But be wary. The Gorga are dangerous, and while there is no connection, they arrived at the same time that Bolin started his coup.
Interesting.
Right. She bids you farewell
Alright.
and says a blessing from Gosray upon you, and hopes that the Green will look after you during your travels.
May the green look after you too, Lamar.
And the thing about the stars.
And you as well. As you leave, you feel a sense of invigoration. a sense of purpose. You feel confident in what is to come. But as we pan away from the city, deep within the forests, we come to two guards who are kind of a bit bruised and battered, but all in all, still pretty okay. Can you believe that? Oh yeah, no, I can believe it. After all, we were just minding our own business. Yeah, but what do you think they even wanted? I've no idea. Can't believe they put us on this frickin' this run in the wilds. Oh, well, you know, sometimes it's good to get out of the city. I like the city. Shh. What kind of druid are you? I do. I like the city. I enjoy pizza. All right? He goes, shh, again. He goes, you quit shushing me. I do like pizza. It's delicious and cheesy and... No, shut up. A silence kind of falls as distant growling can be heard over the wind. The two go on guard, one of them getting roots to grow on their hands and the other creating a shillelagh as they look around. When from above them, hollowed eyes, razor-sharp fangs, and a dripping maw begin to laugh, growl, and snarl. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Ooh.
Those poor druids.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us today. We hope you had a delightful time. I know I did. Guys, do you have fun?
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Yep.
Heck yeah. I love to hear it. Okay. Well, guys, we have had a delightful time, and we are going to bid thee all a fond farewell for the evening, wherever you happen to be and whatever you happen to do. Oh, hey, what's up? Thank you. Good to see you, B-Town. We're actually just wrapping up, but I just want to say, love your face. You're an awesome dude. You're an alright guy. Look at this guy. B-Town? B-Town's an alright guy. Christina. That's okay. Well, hey, all the episodes go up immediately onto Dead Aussie Gamer Live on YouTube as well. So if you guys want to check them out at any time, you guys can do that. Nightwolf, good to see you too. I mean, maybe I should start my stream now then. No, it's it's fine. It's fine.
Episode 3.
Episode 3, starting again immediately. All right. But yes, guys, this has been a lot of fun. This is a great game. I'm really looking forward to seeing where all of this goes. If you want to check out our stuff, I will be back in how many hours? I'll be back in like 7 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. I'll be back in 8 hours for Curse of the Crimson Throne, back right here on the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. So be sure to check that out when we return. Other than that, guys, hey, we don't have anyone to raid because it's that weird bullshit time of day where I have no friends online. So guys, thank you so much for being here. And we're going to leave you with another affirmation. We love the DAG affirmation. So here's one of the really important ones. Creativity. Doesn't matter what type of creativity that we happen to be doing. We are agents of our own criticism. We are the harshest people to the things that we do because we look at it through unfiltered eyes. We see all of our flaws. We see all of the warts and the pimples and all of these little things. And sometimes that is not a fair judgment on how well and how good we do, right? So don't hold yourself to a standard you'll never meet, right? Hold yourself to standards, absolutely, but always make sure that you give some room for some kindness and love for yourself as well, because, hey, it's hard. It's incredibly difficult to do the creative things, and when you eventually build up the courage to do so, be kind to that person, because that person deserves your love and respect, and if you're not going to give it to them, I absolutely fucking will. So, thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us today. My name is Welcome to Dead as a Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. These are my Patreons. They are amazing. We love them. Give them a round of applause. I know they can't hear you, but I can hear everything. So there we go. And we will be back again, as I said, in like 8 hours. So until we meet again, as always, stay safe, stay kind, and until we meet, game hard or die trying. Farewell. Goodbye. Bye, goodbye.